We are in the interior of Alaska, so we are truly isolated and forward deployed.
The conditions here at Fort Greely are some of the most inhospitable on planet Earth, but the soldiers of the 49th Battalion stand ready to defend America at a moment's notice.
We have multiple military police platoons that have the responsibility of defending the missile defense complex.
These MPs, these Alpha Company guys, they're out in this element. How much of an impact does it take on them physically?
Significant impact, not only from the darkness in the winter as a challenge for families and soldiers, but also the cold weather as well. We'll take you over to a couple of the soldiers here. You can ask them questions about, just the environment. They live it every day, and no one better to tell you what it's like living out here.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
What's a typical day like for you guys?
Biggest thing out here is safety, as you guys already know, and suffering a little bit right now in this wind.
Yeah.
But we check each other constantly, make sure we're okay.
It can take a toll on you. It's dark most of the winter. For about 8 months it's pretty dark, but being out here, the main thing, like Sergeant Lopez says, is safety. It's easy to get complacent out here. That's why our leadership, they make sure they stress that we're taking safety classes and we're taking cold weather classes.
Do you feel a sense of awe when you're patrolling and keeping these sites safe?
Of course. We know that we have the backup of the nation.
Perhaps the most secure location at Fort Greely is the Operational Fire Direction Center. Here, the 49th Missile Defense Battalion monitors the world for potential threats. Major Mike Rogers is the director of a 5-man team.
A variety of different things are getting launched into space all the time within the entire space community.
There are missile tests, space launches, actual missile launches in combat, like Syria.
For instance, China frequently tests their missiles
To give us a window when they're going to put it up, so that when we see that generated onto our system, it doesn't show as a threat.
If it was a threat, his team is ready. Can we go through a exercise?
We do. We have a scenario that's set up for you guys to give you an idea.
In this training drill, the U.S. comes under attack from multiple enemy warheads.
Director, MCS reports a quick alert.
Director, all subsystems or operational system is in alert. Copy. MDO, the GMD system is in alert status. We have one threat in the system. Request weapons free.
Director, MCS reports a second quick alert.
Copy.
Director forward, sensors confirm the second quick alert.
Copy. MDO, we have 2 threats in the system at this time. The first threat is showing an impact location of Chicago. We're engaging at this time. Weapons officer, engage this threat to Chicago with 2 GBIs, one from Vandenberg and one from Fort Greely.
Director, second threat showing impact location in San Francisco. Recommend engage that threat, sir.
Copy. Second threat showing an impact location of San Francisco. We are engaging at this time.
This drill went on for 7 minutes.
Director, threat to Chicago has been destroyed. Copy. The second threat to San Francisco has been successfully intercepted and destroyed. There are no remaining threats. Request weapons hold status.
Director, system is weapons hold.
Copy. Crew, begin recovery operations.
The commitment of these soldiers is clear.
I say to the men and women at Fort Greely, your nation is grateful. We are so grateful for your service.
But the technology of ground-based missile defense is more controversial. In tests of this system, the success rate is only about 50%.
Some of that relates to engineering problems that exist just for the ground-based mid-course system.
A report released on January 27th of this year by the Pentagon's Director of Operational Test and Evaluation raised serious questions about the kill vehicle's ability to hit its target.
There are sort of 2 questions. There's, do you want to invest in missile defense? And then if you do want to invest in missile defense, do you want to invest in existing architecture or something different?
Countries like Iran and North Korea and other countries around the world, they keep investing in new technology, and we don't do that, then we fall behind.
Getting the technology right is all the more important as Washington considers a 3rd site on the east coast of the United States. That site, costing an estimated $3.5 billion, would augment Fort Greely and Vandenberg specifically with an eye towards Iran.
Assuming we make the decision to build that East Coast missile defense site, it's about 4 to 5 years till we actually get it up and running. And so the longer we delay on this decision, Iran's capabilities may be far ahead of when we make the decision to actually build the East Coast Missile Defense Site. So this is a very important issue in terms of decision making that should be done now.
What do the American people need to know all across the lower 48 about what's happening here?
I don't think people realize that we have this missile shield here and we have this capability where we are defending the cities, the families, everything that we love about home.